What's good, everybody? It's your man, The Voice, Trackstarz Sports MMA Correspondent, bringing you the MMA main card. In the UFC 215 recap, first, I want to say the Reebok fight kits were finally decent. Had they come out with something like this from day one, they may not have had the difficulties that they've had over the past 3 years. Well, that and misspelling people's names. Number two, from an attendance standpoint at least, this was a major success as they sold the event out even after refunding about 500 tickets due to the main event change. Postponing his wedding paid off as Jeremy Stephens picked up the most notable victory of his career and $50,000 for a fight of the night performance against Gilbert Melendez. Now, much of that was due to the heart that El Nino showed after getting leg kicked to death. I mean, the man could barely stand after round one. He switched stances and made the fight fairly even going, or I should say through round two, till he got leg kicked again and fell to the ground. Performance of the night went to Henry Cejudo, which in his fight against Wilson Hayes, which was the Voice's marquee main event, or I should say marquee matchup for the undercard after it got moved up to the main card, which I said I thought it would. Anyway, Cejudo put on a striking clinic looking like a little Lyoto Machida. And Rafael dos Anjos, he got performance of the night as well when he threw a low kick that swept Neil Magny, and just like the little old lady on the Life Alert commercials, he fell and couldn't get up. That led to an arm triangle choke and $50,000 for the former lightweight champion, who then called out welterweight champ Tyron Woodley. And that's getting a little bit of play in the media rounds. We'll see what happens. Now, Valentina Shevchenko felt like she was robbed, even in the 5th round, when she went to the ground twice and wasn't in a dominant position either time. Now, in fairness, when Nunez had her in both of those exchanges, she didn't do anything. As a matter of fact, Shevchenko was hitting Nunez from the bottom with both punches and elbow strikes as she was in her guard. That is the recap that I have for UFC 215. Now this week, UFC Fight Night 116, 116, baby, yeah. In second place this Saturday in Pittsburgh, and it puts, or I should say Pitts, like that, Pittsburgh, Pitts. All right, anyway, Pitt's former UFC middleweight champ Luke Rockhold versus two-division WSOF king David Branch. Branch had a lackluster fight in his reintroduction to the UFC, and he promises to put everything on the line against Demi Lovato's boyfriend this time. Speaking of Rockhold, this is his first fight since losing the championship over a year ago. Now, the Voice's marquee matchup for the main card is Thiago Alves, who takes on Platinum Mike Perry. Say what you want about his out-of-the-cage antics. Whenever Mike Perry fights, he brings it, and I expect nothing but fireworks in that fight. Former Bellator champ Hector Lombard is favored over Anthony Smith. Gregor Gillespie is the most highly favored fighter on the card in his lightweight matchup against Jason Gonzalez. Sergio Moraes is going to fight and is not favored, but he fights the favorite Nigerian nightmare Kamaru Usman. Yeah, you know who I'm pulling for. You know, the Voice is pulling for his fellow Nigerian. Anyway, Justin Ledette's favored over Azuna Anyanu. Yeah, forgive me, can't get that one right. And the Voice's marquee matchup for the undercard pits Uriah Hall, who's favored, over Krzysztof Jotko. Hall's a phenomenal striker, and anytime he shows up to fight, generally it's going to be a good fight. So hopefully he will show that striking prowess against Jotko. Now, to keep up with all things Trackstarz Sports, like the Trackstarz Facebook page, Join the discussion in the Debate Fuel Facebook group. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Debate Fuel. Know that new content gets released every single day except for Sunday on anchor.fm/Trackstarz Sports. Also, subscribe to our podcast on Apple or Google Play. Until next time, it's your man, The Voice, sounding off.